This video is sponsored by Audible. Thanks, guys. It seems to have invited others to participate. There's a giant diamond block tower now, and Pearls has gotten a little taller as well. Tango's... the rules are just changing. I mean, the rules were quite simple. I thought it was obvious. Diamond ore only, as high as you can go. But no, we got diamond blocks now. We got just straight up stone. I think Tango really didn't get the message. And then over there, Doc has gone crazy. He's got the biggest tower of all. Little falsy over there. It's a good effort. Well, we've got a lot to do today. Wait, there's another one. There's another one over there. I'm not sure these diamond block towers count, because the whole point of this is to get all the way up to the build height, and then me and Scar, I guess, are gonna race all the way down and see how many actual diamonds we get from this. Let's do a little height comparison here. Doc is winning by a country mile. That is quite the sight, and I guess the Mumbo mustache just keeps moving. Well, we should see if we have any diamonds for us to collect, which we do. The news is that our Mumbo Jumbolio has returned to Hermitcraft because he's done something here with a giant hole. I'm not quite sure what it is, but there is evidence of his return, and it looks like he's decided to keep the overgrown nature of his base. Now he's just embraced it. And he didn't fall for my invitational mustache. There's officially no more rules to this game. Mumbo's just made a giant redstone tower. Glad to see that he's just hopping right in. I have done some very quick off-camera mining. Don't believe me? Okay, I'll do it on camera. There we go. And I'm ready to add to the diamond pile. I can only stomach so much diamond mining every single episode. Whew, yikes. Scar, what is going on there? Wow. I hope there's a reasonable explanation for that. The big question is, are we going to end up above Doc's tower or not? Not even close. Not even close. Actually, kind of close. So, remember last episode where we, quote, won the Easter egg hunt? We had all of the Gregs come back in this neat yellow box. It turns out that X and Hypno and I all got the same thing, and it's not over. There's a tiebreaker that I didn't know about. So we're going to head over and do that right now and see who wins.
Hello, fellas. How you doing?
Good.
I've gathered you here today to get the results of the egg hunt finished and declare a winner.
You know, I was kind of happy just to split the prize, but apparently we gotta do more eggs.
Yep.
No.
I enjoyed egg hunting. I'm happy to hunt for some more.
Yeah.
No
So
sharing.
your goal-
No sharing allowed.
No sharing. So your goal today is to raid this woodland mansion. There are roughly two stacks of golden eggs, which I've thrown on the ground here.
Ooh.
And so you will have 5 minutes to run through there and find as many eggs as you can. It's 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh.
All right, let's go.
With the gun.
Oh, yeah, the door is right here. I bet there's one. Yeah. Quickly. We've got 5 minutes, which isn't long. I think behind every pillar is going to be one. We'll stay on the bottom floor for now. 5 minutes is not super long. I can hear they're popping. I need to go upstairs, I think. I think I might go straight to the third floor now. I've got 16. It's not too bad. There seems to be about 2 in each room. So once I've got 2... Oh, no, there's 3. And I bet there's one up here as well. Oh, that was a good room. I bet they didn't go to the 3rd floor. The one thing I need to win this, I need to avoid going where the other guys have gone already. So by going straight to the 3rd floor after I've done the... Oh, 2 minutes left. After I've done that, then that's how I'm going to make sure. Because if you follow someone else's trail, you're not going to find any eggs. I think I've got all of them upstairs now. Maybe I haven't been in here. 1 minute left. Okay, I'm pretty confident that I've done all of them upstairs now. Yeah. Okay, there's probably not a lot left up there if there is anything. So now I can make my way downstairs, check under the stairs. Oh, yeah. There's 2 stacks of golden eggs, meaning I've done pretty well. 48 eggs, that's got to be good. That's got to be good. That's nearly half. Yeah, I'm backtracking on myself now. 15 seconds. There's no way. Oh, there's one more. If that was it, if that was the last one, that's the best I could do, I think. I've got nothing left. Yeah, 50, all finished. Woo!
All right. So final egg counts, guys.
I don't
Let's
want
see
to
'em.
brag, but I think I've done quite well.
You guys want
I
to
got,
throw
200.
me 200? Oh wow, that's quite
That's
a bit
pretty
for
good,
how
yeah.
many.
Isn't that more than Jevin put in the
More
the
than what
mansion?
was in the game.
I got 28.
28. Okay, very
that
very
good?
fair. Okay, what'd you get, Hibdo?
I ended up with a total of 30.
Okay,
Oh, dang.
Ooh,
agreeing.
and I got a total of 50 eggs.
Wow!
50 eggs.
That's mental.
Dang.
You know what's crazy? When I was watching you, Green, I saw you miss multiple eggs too. So
Doesn't matter. Speed is key. Speed is key.
speed is key. All right. Well, congratulations, Green. You are
Yeah,
the
congrats,
winner
dude.
Oops.
of 19 diamond blocks
What?
and 4 netherite ingots.
What?
So
All right, come here,
that's
fellas.
right, my
Come here,
dude.
fellas. No. I wanted to share this from the start. So, one for you. One for
Oh,
you.
thank you very much. How generous
Are
of
Oh,
you.
you
wow.
keeping the netherite?
Yeah. One,
He's like, yeah, that's mine. That's mine.
two. And I'll keep the 2. So there's 2 for
Okay.
me and 1 each for you.
Wow,
Oh, that's
Very
awesome.
generous. Thank you.
Okay, so even more diamonds to add to the pile today. Now we are going to go and start working on our base. Time to put a hole in this rock and start actually building some structures. But before that, it's time to play a little sponsorship advert. But wait, please, don't. You were about to skip forward, maybe? Possibly. Don't skip forward because this is a super special one. I spent a lot of time and effort on this. It's actually, I did this with Mumbo. Mumbo filmed this. Let's play this ad. I really hope you'll like it. I've never been so excited to play an ad. It's like a movie within a movie. It's weird. Ready?
So, tell us about this app that you've been using lately.
So it basically plays audio and tells you exactly what to do with your life. There's only one book on there at the moment, but so far it's been absolutely amazing.
And what exactly has it told you to do?
Well, it's been helping me reconnect with nature.
Landscaping Your Mind, Chapter 2. The earth is the dough of life. The mitts will help you link with the green bread.
Wait, what? What else has it told you to do?
It's also been helping me to improve my communication skills.
Landscaping Your Mind, Chapter 3. Remember to ask your guests open-ended questions.
How are you doing today? Are you all good?
The avocado says he is sad.
Oh no, here. Let me pour you some tea and we're going to make everything all better. We are all out of tea. It even told me to bounce my way through this interview, so...
Green, can I have a look at this app you've been using? This
Yeah.
Do you have to keep bouncing the whole time? This app?
No, yeah, hold on. Yeah, here. See it?
Green, that says Audible. This is meant to be for Audible. You know, thousands of titles, wonderful narrators, free token every month. You're using Audible. How did you even find that? Haven't you been working with them for years? Like, what? Have you always used that app?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Don't get it wrong, go to audible.com/Grian or text Grian to 500 500. My recommendation for today is Sherlock Holmes, the definitive collection read by Stephen Fry, and yes, the stories are over 100 years old, but that makes it all the more interesting trying to understand some of the language, but also the stories hold up magnificently. Again, if you want to try out Audible, it's audible.com/Grian or text Grian to 500 500. Let's get back into the video. I wish I could come up with stuff like that for each of my integrations. I want to say a massive thank you to all of you that in the past that have signed up for a free trial because it absolutely helps the channel and it is an awesome service that I use genuinely every single day. So we are going to move on to creating some of this build today. Well, you can see this giant stone cutout, which I unceremoniously pasted on the top so that I basically, I didn't have just a hole in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to build some of this structure now. I don't know if I've actually explained this before. Sometimes I forget what I've already told you and what I haven't. The big rock here is going to get bigger. It's going to have loads of floating rocks connected with vines, but there's a really big theme for the structure. And the theme is multiple themes. So this part of it is going to be sort of Neo-Greek. It's gonna be very sort of antiquated columns and that sort of thing. And then as we go higher, the themes are going to evolve and change. And the reason for that is it's kind of to keep my own interest in a build. When you're spreading a huge build over many months, in order to stay creative, sometimes you've got to mix it up a little bit. And that's what we're going to do with this big build. There is probably enough space in here for some major farmage. But anyway, let's crack on and build some actual structure to this rock. You ready? Let's go! Check it out. We have got ourselves our first structure on the big rock. I almost called it the entity. It's like the big entity. And you'll see that I've got myself a bit of scaffolding here. Now, I actually cut this time-lapse a little bit short because of this. Wait, Mumbo, stand a little to the... Stand a little to your left. A little more. That guy. I stopped it because of that guy. Look, I didn't do this. I did not do this. Mumbo messaged me. He's like, oh, I'm looking for a base. I'm like, yeah, come and let's go talk to him about this. Yeah, this guy. When I said can base next to me or close to me, I didn't. It's real close.
Yeah, we're like super neighbors, dude. You built a bridge like straight to my lump. It was fantastic.
You are literally on my front door. And I guess I wasn't quite expecting the size.
What do you mean?
The size of this thing?
Like, it could have gone towards your base,
but
I did it.
I'm eternally grateful.
I did it away from it.
But this,
yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This here says vault.
Yes. Just vault. Yeah.
Vault.
This is just vault.
Right.
This is my
So
vault. Yep.
it's the second time you're planning on building a vault directly in front of my base.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
it is weird that it's happened twice.
Well, here's the thing, so firstly, my vault so far has been impenetrable to you. You haven't actually got inside of said vault, which is fantastic.
Well,
secondly,
this is what I want to propose to you, right? So if you're going to build a vault and you're clearly, like, the challenge is so obvious.
You got a bridge to it.
I got a bridge to your vault. So here's what I want to propose, right? Once your vault is actually built and ready, right?
Yep.
I want the opportunity to break in. Yeah, no, I won't have any items, no gear or nothing. I've got to try and figure out how to break in. If I die, I can't break in for another 2 weeks or whatever.
Okay, that sounds like a really fair deal.
But if I break in, I get the goodies.
I hope you realise there'd be a lot of goodies in there. Like, this is... I'm actually going to need help transporting the items from my previous vault over to this vault. That's how many there are.
I did hear that there was more diamonds than the entire server combined.
It's an awful lot. It's an awful lot.
Right.
So,
what do you think?
That would be a lot.
A challenge?
I mean, it does sound like a good challenge. It does sound good. I mean, it does sound. I don't know what's in it for me though. Wait, you're just attempting to break into my vault.
Okay, every time I fail, I'll pay you.
Yeah.
An accumulating amount of diamonds to go in the vault.
Oh. This sounds good.
So we could start. I don't know. We start with 10 diamond blocks, and then we double it every time.
We're starting with 10. I mean,
all right. Let's start with 5. Let's start with 5.
I mean, not that it really like. I wouldn't even notice that going. Like,
drop in the ocean for your vault.
Yeah,
nothing.
But still, we can start with 5. 5 sounds good.
Okay, cool. I like this idea. So I'm gonna attempt to break into the gigantic vault on my front door.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
And if I fail, then I die and I have to wait 2 weeks. If I succeed, I get all the goodies, and you get more diamonds to go in there.
Gosh. gosh. Oh, this is exciting, but also nerve-wracking.
Those are my goodies that
Well, no, they're in my
Yeah.
vault now.
no, there is no
You've not
vault.
seen the words.
There is no vault. No.
No, it's cool. It's cool being neighbors again. I'm excited. I hope you're excited as well. Are you happy? You still happy to be my neighbor? I mean, like, was this? I still can't tell if this was a welcome. Like, you seem like. Well,
No,
now you know. Now you know.
I'm genuinely. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm genuinely thrilled that you're going to be here. I just wasn't quite ready. I was not ready
Okay.
for the giant plan. Good luck trying to make a vault that can keep me out. You have to get creative.
Yeah.
See you later. Wait. Where's the Jumbo? Where's he went on a break for so long, he lost the Jumbo to his Mumbo. Now that's just wrong. Maybe he's put the Jumbo inside of his vault. Okay, so let's talk briefly about the style here. So we've kind of got like this weird 1800s meets Greek style, which is going on here, and I've built a scaffolding. Now, the scaffolding is because I'm doing a whole bunch of floaty rocks here. My portal is going to go right there. And this structure, I need to continue. I haven't planned much of this, but I need to continue it round and up. But for now, we just need that entrance because all of the stuff is going to go inside the rock for the time being. But this bit up here, this giant domey bit, I've talked in the past a lot about gradients, but gradients don't always need to be just like from the bottom to the top. So what I was going to try was have a patch, and I've not really tried this before, so this could go horrifically wrong. A patch of color that doesn't detract too much. So I don't know if this is going to work out very well. So we've got a slightly lighter color, and then replace this with the crimson wart block. And if we take a step back, hopefully, yeah, you see, look, it creates like a little patch of color. I need to kind of just mess with this a little bit, but if a patch here and a patch maybe down here and maybe a tiny bit up there, we've got ourselves it looks damaged. It looks genuinely damaged. So it's definitely not as clean as before, but I actually kind of like it. It's going with this whole theme, and I just want to experiment with colors a lot more this season. So I'm going to stick with it. I think this is going to look good. I'm just going to keep giving it a little try. There we go. I actually quite like that. I actually really like that. It's different. It's not meant to be all one color and uniform. It's meant to have that sprinkle of color and more transition, and also it's not a gradient from the bottom to the top. This is a slightly different technique, really using all of these blues that we have available to us. It makes it look instantly older, which is partly what I'm going for. Now, on the inside, we've got ourselves, well, I've actually started some interior. Can you believe it? So I've got a vague idea of what I want to do. I want to have like a grand hall in here, and I'm thinking of mirroring this bit around the edge. The truth is, I don't have an awful lot of room inside the stone egg, the main stone that I have, but I have got some space underneath. But I do need to consider all of my farm options, and I'm thinking down here could be farm central. I have got this secondary rock here. I've got plenty of space to work with. I just need to make sure I have space for all of it. But the interior is something to come a little later on. We're working on the outside here, and I've prepared for the portal to be made. Now, I do want to focus on getting this portal made because I, at the moment, have 0 portal, and I keep having to travel all the way back to my old base. But, man, I can't stop thinking about the lack of Jumbo in Mumbo's name. What's he got here? So he's got store, farms. Why did I thought that said palms? And then a couple of rooms that he's not sure about. This is gonna be cool. We've always based very close together, but I don't think we've based opposite each other. Do you know what's really bothering me though? And maybe I need to have a little word with Mumbo. Is that his bridge? I feel like this thing needs to shift. It needs to shift and be in line with my bridge. Look, this is the middle of his bridge right here. This is a building crime, this is. Look, his center is right here. And he could very easily shift it, the whole thing, boom, over here. I don't think he loses anything, other than this extends over the hill a little bit. But then we've got some real symmetry going on. That's gonna be... I think that would work really well. I'm gonna message him about that. Mumbo's gonna love having me as a neighbor. Okay, I've done a little bit more texturing, and I think I've got this a bit better balanced. It looks a bit messy, but from afar, it just looks like it's painted with more colors, which is what I'm going for, and in particular, it looks a lot older. So, let's turn our attention to the portal, which I think you're really, really going to like. So, you ready for another time lapse? Let's go! Well, there isn't a time lapse. It doesn't happen very often, but somehow I didn't record the actual time lapse. So, I'm just gonna sit in the rain for a little while and think about what I've done. Well, that's enough moping around. I have finished it. This is my floating island portal, and I haven't yet ignited it. So we're gonna do that together right now. This is gonna be really embarrassing if it doesn't work. Boom. Here we have my very, very annoying to build portal. Building floating islands like this is a bit of an annoyance. However, I think it looks pretty good. We're going to have to do a couple of drive-bys to shear off these plants to make sure that they don't grow like crazy. So, tell me, what do you think? Apart from being insanely impractical, I think that this is a really good... Did my elytra just broke on the ground? Apart from being insanely impractical at the moment, I think that is a really cool addition to the rock. Now, it is the first flying island, but I'm going to have a whole bunch more going all the way up, so this is the first. If you don't like this, you're probably not going to enjoy my base this season. So, along with our first structure, we've now got a portal as well, and I've got to say... thoroughly enjoying it. So, I'm afraid that is all we have time for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and strangely, I hope you enjoyed the advert in it, the sponsored content. You know, I spent a whole day on that with Mumbo, and we had a great time. So, all there is left to say is thank you very much for watching. No! I know what's gonna happen! I didn't die. Now, that's weird. I guess I'll see you. That's really taken me by surprise. I thought I was gonna die. Well, I'll see you guys in the next episode. What just happened to me? Ah!
Landscaping Your Mind, Chapter 1. You are sitting in a field, surrounded by grass blades, ebbing and flowing through the gusts of your imagination. Each of those blades represent a past life, memories, desires, dreams, and past loves. By plucking one, you shall reveal